Let me say something most people won't like. Acting smart is often easier than actually thinking. That's why people talk fast, interrupt, pretend to know things. It creates the illusion of intelligence, and it works, at least on the surface. But if you rely on those habits, you might be signaling the opposite without even knowing it. Because real intelligence doesn't rush like that. It slows down. It questions itself. So in this video, you'll see 5 things truly intelligent people never do. And the first one exposes a mistake most people make every single day. 1. They never pretend to know things they don't. The first thing highly intelligent people never do is pretend to know something they don't. But most people do this all the time. Someone asks a question, and instead of saying, "I'm not sure," they give a quick answer anyway. It sounds confident, it feels safe, but it quietly destroys trust over time. Because people can sense when something is off, the hesitation, the vague answers. And once that pattern repeats, your words start to lose weight. Highly intelligent people do the opposite. They pause, they admit what they don't know. And that honesty makes them more credible, not less. Because real intelligence isn't about knowing everything. It's about being accurate about what you actually know. 2. They don't argue to win every conversation. Most conversations don't stay conversations for long. They turn into quiet competitions. People interrupt, they push harder, they need the last word. Have you ever noticed how fast the tone shifts the moment someone feels challenged? I've seen it happen over something as small as a different opinion. And for a second, it feels like control, like proving you're right actually matters. But here's what I've come to realize. Winning the moment often costs you the connection. Highly intelligent people catch that early. They don't chase every argument. They let things pass. They listen longer than most people are willing to. And when they speak, it's not to dominate. It's to understand what's really being said. Because being right for a moment isn't worth losing the bigger picture. 3. They don't let emotions control their decisions. Some of the worst decisions don't look like mistakes at first. They feel justified. They feel right in the moment. You're frustrated. You respond instantly. You send the message. And for a second, it feels relief. What if I told you the moment you feel the most certain is often the moment you're thinking the least clearly? I've seen this play out more times than people realize. A quick reaction turns into something you can't take back. Highly intelligent people don't ignore emotions. They just don't let them take control. They create space. They wait before they act. In my experience, the ability to pause, even for a few seconds, can completely change the outcome of a decision. Because emotions pass, but the consequences of what you do in that moment don't. 4. They don't multitask, even if it feels productive. Being busy feels productive. Switching between tasks feels efficient. You answer messages, check emails, jump between things quickly, and it feels like you're getting more done. Have you ever noticed the more you switch, the harder it is to stay focused on anything? I used to think multitasking meant working smarter, but it usually just splits your attention into pieces. Highly intelligent people avoid that. They focus on one thing at a time, they finish it, then move on. Over time, it becomes clear that real progress comes from depth, not constant movement. Because being busy isn't the same as being effective, and most people never realize the difference. 5. They don't confuse being busy with being effective. A full schedule looks impressive. Back-to-back tasks, no time to breathe. It feels like progress. But it's easy to miss what's actually happening. You're moving a lot without really moving forward. Have you ever wondered how someone can stay busy all day and still feel like nothing really changed? Highly intelligent people see this clearly. They don't try to do more. They focus on what actually matters. They say no more often. They cut what doesn't move anything forward. At some point, you start to notice it's not about how much you do, it's about what actually makes a difference. Because activity can look like progress, but only the right actions create it. So when you look at all of this together, intelligence doesn't show up the way most people expect. It's not louder, not faster, not more reactive. Can you guess how many of these habits feel normal simply because you see them every day? Because what feels natural isn't always what moves you forward. If any of these stood out to you, consider liking the video and subscribing, and leave a comment with the one that felt the most familiar.